Hello, Satnam, good morning. It's me, Shakti Sundari, and making this video this morning called Forward Bend Zen, Meditate to Elongate. I tried to make this video yesterday and it didn't work because I was doing it on my computer and it went all pixelated, so I'm doing it again on my phone and hoping that being landscape works. If it doesn't, I'll do it again. So this is another Kundalini Yoga posture. It is not a Kriya, so this is just one posture for you to take into your day, which is beautiful for relaxing. It's beautiful for meditating. It's beautiful for physically stretching out the hamstrings, the lower back and the back of the legs. I'm doing this today because says Rosanna Price, who commented on my video yesterday or the day before, was saying she couldn't do the frogs because of her knees. So here's a posture you can do really whatever's going on with your body. Secondly, I have a son who's a really stellar athlete and his hamstrings are so darn tight. I can see that he's going to have problems and pain in his lower back if he's not careful, because what happens with the base of your body translates to the rest of the upper body, obviously, but people don't seem to realize that. So how you walk, how you stand, what's going on in your legs will affect everything in your pelvis, your lower back, and then of course all the way up the spine and the rest of the body. So if the lower body is tight and contracted and you're walking more on the balls of your feet than you are on the heel, ball, toe, then you're going to end up having issues with your lower back. So forward bend is what you need to stretch out your hamstrings, to stretch out the lower back, to stretch out your legs. And also this posture, in terms of the feeling and the benefits that it gives you spiritually and emotionally, is the capacity to go into a deep meditation and to feel very restful. So this is a good one to do after exercise, after walking, which I've just been doing. Before you go to bed, or in the middle of the day if you're feeling a little bit stressed and you just want to come back to yourself. This is a great one to do. So simple, simple, simple. Come sitting on your mat or the floor or wherever you are. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Now, I know that for some people just sitting like this can be tricky because of years and years of sitting badly. So if you have weak core muscles or weak back, then you can put something under your bum, a cushion, a bolster, a block, whatever. And if your hamstrings and the backs of your legs are tight and uncomfortable to sit with your legs straight, then you also can put something under your knees to give them some support so that it's not pulling too much. And or you can simply keep your knees a little bit bent so they're not down on the floor. So okay, we adapt according to where the body is. Ideally, in the forward bend, the feet will be flexed, which means the toes are pointing back towards you, not away from you. But again, if your hamstring's a little bit tight, then you just ease off on the flex and then make it a little bit gentler to begin with. But if you're already, pretty flexible, flex those feet back and it adds to the stretch of the life nerve. We also call this in Kundalini Yoga life nerve stretch. So we are stretching the longest nerve in the body, which is also connected to our vitality once again and our energy. So just because we're doing something restful doesn't mean you're not energizing yourself. We have this misconception that you have to be super active all the time to generate creative, vital energy. This does it too. Okay, so taking support as you need it for your bum, for your knees and your hips, sitting tall, flexing the feet if that's comfortable. And then take a nice full deep breath in. Breathing through the nose, by the way, not the mouth. And then as you exhale through the nose, just begin to hinge forward. Have the sense that you're hinging forward from the hip joint and that your spine is elongating and lengthening all the way along, including the back of the neck, but the chin is just slightly tucked in. And as you hinge forward on the exhale, reach forward with your hands and grab hold. So you're going to grab hold of wherever your hands get to along your legs. This is not a moving pose, it's a static pose. So reach forward, grab hold where you can. In the classic Kundalini posture, we take the index and the middle finger and place them around the big toe and then push the thumb onto the big toenail. If that doesn't work for you, you hold on where it feels comfortable to hold on and you rest. Okay, wherever that is. So some people, their forward bend might look like this. It may be very minimal from the vertical. It may be tiny because the tightness is so extreme that this is where you get to. And that is fine. That is absolutely fine. You go to where you can. There's no shame or feeling bad about where your body is. You accept and embrace and be with. So exhaling forward, and once you get to your place, wherever that is, you focus at the third eye with your eyes closed, and you breathe long, slow and deep through your nose. So just begin it with me now if you haven't already. We're just going to do it for a few minutes. You want to do this posture for at least 2 to 3 minutes to get the benefits from it. And as you stay in the posture, make the breath slow and deepen even more. So inhaling for at least 10 seconds, exhaling for at least 10 seconds. You're going to be aiming to eventually extend those 2 parts of the breath to 20 seconds each, but for now, just go to where you can and find the balance between the in and the out. The in-breath flows into the belly, and then the middle of the chest, and then the top of the chest, flows out from the top of the chest, the middle of the chest, and the very bottom of the chest, and then the belly. And when you get to the very end of the out breath, pushing the breath out from the belly, just gently pull the navel point back towards the spine. Let the shoulders relax, no tension in the shoulders, and keep elongating along the entire spinal column. Relax into the posture, and what you'll find is that the more you breathe consciously, the more you meditate at the third eye, the body will just naturally ease into this forward bend. The lower back will release a little bit more. The hamstrings will release a little bit more. And begin to feel more peaceful, more content, more at one with yourself. Keep the eyes closed in all the Kundalini Yoga postures, more or less, so that the focus and the energy stays within, and we are not distracted by anything going on outside. You'll be amazed when you begin the posture how tight or contracted the body might be, and then how after just a few minutes of this posture there's so much more relaxation, ease and lengthening that's taking place. So to come out of the posture, we never do an abrupt shift. We take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and then on the next in-breath through the nose, slowly bringing the spine back into vertical position. And exhale. Notice how you are. You might want to take a few more long, deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, hands by your side, and just perhaps give the legs a little wiggle, because now you've stretched out so much that if you suddenly abruptly went into standing from this, it might be a bit of a jolt for your legs too. And when you're ready, come out of the posture, and that's your forward bend Zen. Front bend, elongation and meditation. If you've got any questions, pop them below. It's a lovely, lovely stretch. I already feel more peaceful after just doing that for a few minutes. And just so you know, I teach online Kundalini Yoga classes and private classes in North London. Get in touch if you're interested in any of those. Have a beautiful day. Lots of love and Sat Nam.